Good morning. Welcome to 4 by 8 Paper Stuff. This is Beth. We are in our river journal. Let's get going. So, I want to do Mary Livingston today, who was the wife of David Livingstone, the explorer. I'm poking through these cards that I got the other day, these postcards. They're all called the Pattern Box, and I'm looking for slightly tribal fabric looking or abstract. And in reality, I sway far from that. I was going to use them as an inspiration for a page. I'm pulling out a picture out of a magazine, Rolling Stone, and actually picking up several pictures that I'm going to paint. But I think the card that I want to replicate is in the top left-hand corner. And in the end, I don't replicate it at all because I went off on a tangent and I ended up doing abstract giraffe spots, as one does when you're in Africa with a female explorer and you kind of want to make it feminine, but it doesn't have to be. But you're also around a lot of animals, and I talked about eating breakfast with a giraffe one day in my bucket list. That's just how this happens. So I'm painting, 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 and um, backing it up with white. And here we go. So I started adding amoeba shapes, not unlike the one in the card next to me, but I got off after about the second one and did my own thing. And it turned into giraffe spots, abstract style. Capiche? Do you understand? Um, and it's just supposed to be fun. Yellows, oranges, pinks, and it just, I love doing this. It's all acrylic paint. I love making my own backgrounds, and this was one. And using magazine pages is also a help because they're thin paper. It doesn't bulk up your spine, especially if you go in order like I do and get curvature of the spine late into the journal. And yes, we have giraffe spots. Don't you see giraffe skin there? Um, it's fun, it's freeing, it was bright. I'm all about color, and I have been doing a lot of painting on magazine pages lately, just having the time of my life. And so it continues. And then I said, okay, I'm going to do a journal page from Mary Livingston or somebody in her entourage of a female persuasion. And I do have information from Wikipedia that just had her dates of life, born and died, who her father was, who was also a missionary, how she got there, how she died. And this is paper that I've used before. This is composition notebook paper that um, I get really wet and then I saturate watercolors on it, and I actually put some brown Stabilo all or brown Stabilo crayons on it, and uh, kind of made it a match my homemade paper since I had made this one months ago. I just keep some on hand, and I'm going to read what the lady in Mary Livingston's entourage wrote. Her journal page is dated June 12, 1854. We came to Victoria Falls today. Before we came around the final curve in the river, we heard roars. Not a roar like a lion, like the one we heard last night. Not a roar like the shouts from the women at dance time. A pounding roar. The falls make a roar sound, a wet jungle roar. If you watch a spot at the top and follow that spot down the cascade, you see rainbows and bubbles. You get a tad dizzy, but the sensation of water, roar, and spray is so intoxicating. But the best part of the roar and the bubbles and the sprays and the rainbows, they have made my paintings sparkle the last couple of days. The greens are limier, the yellows are more lemony, the reds are more tomatoish, and the blues are more ocean color than ever before. It makes me want to paint every hour of every day. I feel guilty. My time is supposed to bring the is supposed to be spent by bringing the gospel to the people we meet in the tiny villages, but I want to paint. I do love meeting the people, the women my age especially. These women my age already have several children. These children are precious. They giggle all day long. They too have inspired my paintings. Never have I painted so many smiles. They run around playing with little nuts as if they were marbles. They chase each other, they chase baby goats, and they keep giggling. So we are staying a couple weeks here at the Victoria Falls. preaching and teaching, and every spare second I'm painting smiles, painting bubbles, painting rainbows, and hearing lots of glorious roars. And she signed it Victoria. I don't know if that was really her name, but that was uh, Kismet, right? Right. So in real time now, we are back to my giraffe spots, and I started outlining them in Stabilo Woody's the black, but I was going to do them all, and then I backed off. I only want to do a few because that black becomes very overpowering. And admittedly, my battery ran out. I did not know, and I kept finishing. So the final product you will see in a picture. I uh, added a tuck-in spot with more paper that I made, and I made my own washi tape, which is really just a sliver of paper with glue. And then I added a little bit of brown paper that was handmade in Jamaica, true story. And I just did some of the facts about Mary Livingston. I like this one. I like how it turned out. You can see a really good shot of it on my Instagram account and here, I guess. And I was trying to back off some of that black because I didn't want that much black. I wanted the giraffe spots, and they do seem like some of them are outlined in real life, but I was just trying to, not that it has to be real. So, I end up adding a little tuck spot for my journal section, and add a little bit of journaling about the facts of Mary there on that brown piece of paper that's actually from Panama. No, Jamaica. So, thanks for watching. You can follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you all tomorrow.